The Chinese Communist Party provides a critical lifeline to oppressive regimes worldwide. NTD's Washington correspondent Luis Martinez dives into the link between the CCP and the authoritarian regime in Venezuela.
Nicolás Maduro in Venezuela, Vladimir Putin in Russia, and Ali Khamenei in Iran are at the center of brutal oppression in their home countries and in their respective regions. One of the main things that these three authoritarian oppressive regimes have in common is the financial, the military, and the technological and diplomatic support that they're receiving from the Chinese Communist Party. Now, in the case of the Venezuelan regime, atop of it sits Nicolás Maduro Moros, who has been indicted by U.S. courts under charges of narco-terrorism, and who, together with Vladimir Padrino Lopez, they lead the Cartel de los Soles, the cartel of the suns, named after the sun-shaped insignia that Venezuelan generals wear on their uniforms. Maduro has been accused of personally negotiating multi-ton shipments of FARC-produced cocaine, directed the Cartel of the Suns to provide military-grade weapons to the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, and coordinated with narcotic traffickers in Honduras and other countries to facilitate large-scale drug trafficking across the region. The Chinese Communist Party's support of the Venezuelan regime predates Nicolás Maduro. It was Hugo Chavez who led Venezuela into socialism and forced a single-party rule system. During his reign as leader of Venezuela, Hugo Chavez was the Latin American leader who traveled the most to China. And in between 2007 and 2017, the Venezuelan regime secured more than $60 billion in Chinese financing. And during that same period of time, the Venezuelan government bought more than $615 million worth of military equipment. Diplomatically, the Chinese Communist Party helped the Maduro regime gain a seat in the UN Human Rights Council, and the Chinese Communist Party has also used its veto power at the UN Security Council to block resolutions demanding free and fair elections in Venezuela. And a recent Reuters investigation also revealed that Chinese telecommunications companies are assisting the Maduro regime in setting up its advanced citizen surveillance programs. During the past 4 years, the Chinese Communist Party has been financing the Maduro regime by circumventing U.S. sanctions on Venezuelan oil exports. We now know that Russia's Rosneft, their oil company, is helping Venezuelan shipments travel to Malaysian teapot refineries, where that oil is rebranded as Malaysian and sold to Beijing at discounted prices. Those shipments to Malaysia, though, now have stalled after the Trump administration ordered a 25% tariff on goods from countries buying Venezuelan oil. It is important to note that President Trump has invoked the Alien Enemies Act in response to the presence of Tren de Aragua, also known as TDA, cells here in the United States. Tren de Aragua is a foreign terrorist organization that works in conjunction with the Cartel of the Suns that is led by Nicolás Maduro, who in turn is financed and supported by the Chinese Communist Party. Reporting from Washington, D.C., Luis Eduardo Martinez, NTD News.